Hello, τι κάνετε, πώς είστε? Αποφάσισα σήμερα να κάνουμε κάτι καινούριο, να παίξουμε κάποιο καινούριο gameplay ενός άλλου παιχνιδιού. Θα συνεχίζω ταυτόχρονα και τα άλλα τα παιχνιδάκια που έχω πει στη μέση, το Μάριο, αλλά για να μην βαριέστε κι εσείς και να υπάρχει ένα πιο ενδιαφέρον, θα κάνω λίγο από όλα αυτό. Αν απορείτε την αλλαγή του background είναι επειδή έχω έρθει στο πατρικό μου, αλλά θέλω να συνεχίσω τα βιντεάκια, οπουδήποτε κι αν είμαι. Και σήμερα έχουμε και γαλλικό καφεδάκι. Σήμερα θα παίξουμε ένα παιχνίδι που λέγεται Ace Attorney, ναι. Αυτό το παιχνίδι είναι πιο πολύ τύπου σαν το Undertale στο στυλ, πιο παλιό, αλλά είναι έξυπνο παιχνίδι. Το έχει παίξει αδερφή μου και το πήρε δώρο στα γενέθλιά μου, και αυτό το παιχνίδι έχει να κάνει με δικηγορικά, όσοι δεν το ξέρουν. Είναι έξυπνο γιατί, παιδί μου, άμα θέλει κάποιος να μάθει για νομικά και όλα αυτά, μπορεί να τα μάθει και μέσω ενός παιχνιδιού και αυτό είναι πολύ όμορφο. Δεν ξέρω, έχω ακούσει ότι είναι μεγάλο το παιχνίδι, αλλά θα προσπαθήσω να το κάνω όσο πιο σύντομο γίνεται. Εντάξει, επειδή είναι και λίγο παιχνίδι πιο σκέψης, νομίζω το να βγει μεγάλο το βιντεάκι δεν πειράζει, πιστεύω. Θα πάμε να το ανακαλύψουμε μαζί. Είναι τριλογία κιόλας, λέει. Έχει και ωραία soundtracks από ό,τι ξέρω. Start game, play this game. Είναι τριλογία, δεν ξέρω ποιο είναι το. 1, 2, 3. Θα είναι τριλογία. Εγώ θα παίξω αυτό που λέει βγήκε το 2001. Πάμε και βλέπουμε. Λοιπόν, episode 1, the first turnabout. Yes. Πάμε να παίξω. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find it. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, ναι, 3 Αυγούστου. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Attorney νομίζω ήταν δικηγόρος. Well, that's news to me. Όχι ο δικηγόρος. Παιδιά, θα έχουμε και άγνωστες λέξεις γιατί το παιχνίδι είναι αρκετά δύσκολο στις ερμηνείες, οπότε θα βλέπουμε και μαζί τις λέξεις. Ναι, είναι ο δικηγόρος. Εγώ ήξερα τον δικηγόρο lawyer. Αλλά ναι, attorney. Θα μαθαίνουμε μαζί και τις δύσκολες λέξεις στα αγγλικά, παιδιά. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Come get this. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me that death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspaper said it was you. Ναι. Λοιπόν, μέχρι στιγμής δηλαδή έχουμε μια δίκη, από ό,τι φάνηκε στην αρχή. Είναι ένας δολοφόνος, σκότωσε την κοπέλα αυτού. Και οι εφημερίδες λένε ότι αυτός τη σκότωσε, ο οποίος είναι αθώος, ο Φίνιξ. Όχι ο Φίνιξ, ο άλλος. Αυτός που φαίνεται τώρα. Ο Φίνιξ είμαστε εμείς, νομίζω. My name is Phoenix Wright. Ναι. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. Ναι. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Ναι. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Oh my god. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. Oh. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clean his name. Ναι, γιατί είναι αθώος, το είδαμε και στην αρχή. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. Είμαστε 3 Αυγούστου, 10 η ώρα το πρωί. Στη δίκη. Ναι. Και αυτός είναι ο judge, ο δικαστής. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution είναι η δίκη. Η δίωξη. The prosecution. Καταδίωξη, βλέπω εδώ. Ναι. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Εμείς είμαστε defense, γιατί εμείς θέλουμε να κάνουμε defend τον αθώο μας φίλο. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Then I'm just study. And shaking my side. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The name of the defendant. Defendant είναι αυτός που ο αθώος. Defendant. Μισό, παιδιά. Εναγόμενος. Ο κατηγορούμενος. Ναι, ο κατηγορούμενος. Καλά το σκέφτηκα ότι είναι ο Larry. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Μπορώ να κάνω και προφορά και θα μπαίνω στους ρόλους. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Okay. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know this victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I am. Just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check now, okay? Okay, remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, and thank you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Ah, so. Cindy. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. No. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object, poisoned, strangled. No, she was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. No. You answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Pine. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck by a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. Ναι, ισχύει, αυτό το έδειξε και στην αρχή. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Okay. Λοιπόν, έχουμε δηλαδή το αντικείμενο. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. Okay. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button. Okay. Mr. Pine, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Batts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case, okay? You get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Okay. No. Oh. Ahem, Mr. Batts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Batts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was at Paris until the day before she died. Okay. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. What? Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, you can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Batts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Ναι, είναι ευέξαπτος αυτός, οπότε... Ναι. Ναι, ίσως. Stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Εννοείται. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah. Now to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh. Next question. Τι δηλαδή δεν το πήρε καλά? You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Θα απαντήσω εγώ. Βασικά... We just have to we have a witness that can't prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Pine, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Southwit to the stand. Ναι, αυτός τώρα, αυτός είναι ο, ναι, ο ένοχος. Is correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door open behind him. Thinking it straight, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I called in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Ψέματα. The man who alone was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Ψέμα. Fuck. Why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sohin used was only one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout. Nice. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you expose the lies in testimony the witness just gave? Okay, lies. What? He was lying. Your client is innocent, right? Then what? Then that witness must have lied in this testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? The whole degree, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's found to be a contradiction in there. Τι είναι contradiction? Αντίφαση. First contradiction between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, κάτι σαν ένα σύντροφο. Okay. Ναι. Περίμενε, γιατί εδώ έχει... Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. Being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Alright, what time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. Objection! Ναι, you found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. Γι' αυτό το πάτησα, γιατί το έγραψε εκεί πέρα. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit. Where were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. Okay. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Okay, lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Okay. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Μάλιστα. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Ναι. Το ψέμα. I see, you heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right? You know what to do. I've got this one, I think. Πρέπει να βάλω το ηλεκτρικό... Ναι. Μισό. Δεν θα το πατήσω ακόμα. Ουσιαστικά πρέπει να αποδείξω ότι είχε κοπεί το ρεύμα εκείνη την ώρα, οπότε πώς να βλέπει το ηχογραφημένο βίντεο. Ναι, τέλος πάντων. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying... Ωραία, τώρα θα δεις. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sorby? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ναι. Το ψέμα. Okay, my apologies, Ναι, τώρα λέει ότι από το σοκ δεν θυμάται. Μάλιστα. Τώρα δεις, τώρα έχω. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Man. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Λοιπόν. Μισό. There was a table clock in the apartment. Yeah, the murder weapon. Δεν ξέρω αν θα το κάνω σωστά. Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? And your evidence, you with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solwit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Pine. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes, I have. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yes, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... He went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Πες τα ρε φίλε, έτσι. Order in the court, intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowitz, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since this murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Έτσι, να βγάλουμε το πήρε την τρύπα. What's the meaning of this? This is so baseless Τι λες φίλε, μισό. Baseless conjecture. Έχουμε και άγνωστες λέξεις. Η εικασία. Η υπόθεση δηλαδή. This is a baseless... Okay. Baseless? Just look at the witness face. Έτσι. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with a clock? I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Oh, fuck! Ναι. I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! Είχε και περούκα ο άτιμος, He killed her and συγγνώμη. He killed her and he should burn him, give him death! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? I hope this is writing on this. You better think carefully. Oh, Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sohin heard was definitely this clock, a fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. You examine the clock's batteries. Μπερδεύτηκα τώρα. Θα βάλω το τρίτο. Let's sound the clock now. Here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we'll hear the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Conclusions. Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Έτσι. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Yes, precisely. The disparity between what Mr. Sohit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sohit, try to talk your way out of this one. Έτσι. Επειδή ήταν το που έλεγε ότι ήταν 3 ώρες πίσω και μπερδεύτηκε. Ναι. You forgot one thing. While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Oh. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. What? Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. What? Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sohit. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Τι έκανα λάθος. Not so fast, Mrs. Sohit. Εκτός αν δεν έκανα λάθος. Mia, I mean sheep. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away, not like this. Think. But sheep, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still when try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time judging the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and... ναι! Επειδή ήταν στο Παρίσι, μήπως? Και αλλαγή ώρας. Ναι, νομίζω ναι. You must have evidence. Okay. Of course, there is a piece of evidence in the closet. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Oh, πιχτή ήταν αυτή. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sowit, or should I say, Mr. Did it? Ωραίο παιχνιδάκι, μου αρέσει. Α, καλά. Order. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Pine, your witness, he was arrested and he has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Yay! Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality badge. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Batts, not guilty. No! And with that, this court is adjourned. Τι είναι adjourned? Μισό να δούμε. Διακόπηκε. It turns out that Frank Sowit was the common burglar. He posed as the newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he let Mr. Sowit, let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sowit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Και τη σκότωσε. Ναι. Έτσι είναι, φιλαράκι. I still can't believe you will won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. Ναι, τώρα λέει ρε παιδί μου ότι μπράβο. Ναι, I'm nervous to meet you. Oh. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean... Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my sainted wind is gone, man. Gone forever. Oh, nice. Take this, it's a present. Μου δίνει τώρα το βραβείο, λέω το... What? Αυτό το έφτιαξε εκείνος για εκείνη. Με την κοπέλα του τότε. Τώρα φλερτάρει με τη μία. Α, τι πρέπει να κάνω. Έπρεπε να κάνω και εδώ... να του κάνω proof, να το αποδείξω ότι όντως τον αγαπούσε. Μόνο ότι να μου πιάσει και αυτό για τα ασφαλείας του. Whatever, she probably just needed a cup, that's all. I think so. It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, I'm glad I asked you to be my lover. Really, I am. Thanks. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too, we never really know if your clients are guilty or innocent. Oh my god. Realize God. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast in wings and butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. We're saying part of why we became a lover was because of him. Yeah, part at least. Καλά λέει ότι ναι. You have to tell me more about it sometime, maybe all the drinks. Yeah. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Τι λες ρε φίλε? And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I won't be able to keep. Oh. Τι λες ρε φίλε? Έχει ψωμί υπόθεση. Okay. Save. Yes. Okay. Σκέφτομαι να το αφήσω κάπου εδώ, για να μην βγει καθόλου το βίντεο. This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Yeah, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. It's all your fault. I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it about this time? It's a clock. Oh, a clock? Yeah, it's meant to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Με την αδερφή της μιλάει. I don't know, you know, I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there is a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight at, say, 9 to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Okay, like burgers and... Okay. Yep, I'm waiting, mate. Ηχογραφήθηκε κιόλας στη συνομιλία. Μετά τον Αύγουστο πήγαμε Σεπτέμβρη. Take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why? I see it right over there. It must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you're not community of my background. Cogniferous. Δεν ξέρω πώς προφέρεται αυτό και δεν ξέρω και τι είναι. Μισό, ξαναψάχνουμε. Κονοφόρος. My business. You see, I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Το είχα σκεφτεί ότι μπορεί να γινόταν κάτι τέτοιο. Ότι μπορεί... Ποιος είναι πάλι αυτός, άλλος ή ο ίδιος? Red, white, blue... Το σκέφτηκα μια στιγμή ότι μπορεί να γινόταν αυτό. Ότι μπορεί να σκοτωνότανε. Κάτι ήξερε. I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess that chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Examine. I smell blood and it can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia the chief's okay. Πάω στην πόρτα. I smell blood and it can't be good. I have to... Ναι. Πού είναι κάτω από το γραφείο της? Μήπως είναι κάτω από τον καναπέ? Άμα θέλω να ανοίξω την πόρτα... οκ. Εντάξει. Δεν ήξερα. That smell. Blood. Shit! Πάει μία... Who are you? Τι έγινε καλά? Then out quickly it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Δεν τη μαθαίνω τι έγινε την ώρα. Sheep! It's hard seeing her like this, but if there is any use here, she was struck by its property died. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murdered one. Okay. There are some glass shards near the sheep's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Ωραία, μαζεύω evidence κιόλας. Nothing else seems like a clue here. A piece of paper, it must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Όπα. Your word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya, did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Oh. Who is it? Μήπως υπάρχει κανένας ακόμα στοιχείο, δεν ξέρω. Να πάω την αστυνομία. Έφυγε. Excuse me, buddy. Who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Ooh. Oh. I'd better hurry up and call the police. Γιατί ναι. Okay. The thinker. Τώρα πού να πάρω την αστυνομία μου? Ωραία, θα πάρω την αστυνομία. Right, the bird of the police. That's funny. A few of the screws of the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was hoping you're taking it apart. Police? Please come quick. The police! Ήρθε το police. Oh, ελπίζω να μην γίνω accused. Ήρθε η αστυνομία. Τέλος πάντων. Ποιος είναι αυτός? I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. Ωραίο όνομα. Να ισχύει, αυτή το έκανε. I don't wanna either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Excuse me.
The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? Μισό. Θα το κάνω save. Okay. Για να μην βγει μεγάλο το βίντεο. Oh my god. Λοιπόν, αν σας άρεσε το βιντεάκι, κάντε ένα like, κάντε ένα subscribe, πατήστε και το καμπανάκι για να σας έρχονται ειδοποιήσεις, γιατί θα αναβάζω διάφορα βιντεάκια γενικά. Θέλω να μου γράψετε στα σχόλια πώς σας φάνηκε το παιχνίδι, αν θέλετε να το συνεχίσω, γιατί μπορεί ας πούμε να βαριέσετε να δείτε τη συνέχεια. Θα βάλω και το Instagram μου από κάτω να υπάρχει, να βρείτε και εκεί πέρα, όποιος θέλει. Αυτά από μένα, λοιπόν, σας αφήνω εδώ πέρα και θα τα πούμε σε κάποιο επόμενο βίντεο, part, οποιοδήποτε αυτό. Φιλάκια, bye!